Good afternoon, morning, evening, middle of the night, wherever you are. I am Leslie Ann Franklin, and I am from Inspirational Tarot. It is such a pleasure to read for you, Aries. This is a reading for March the 8th to the 22nd of March. Okay, so this is your 2-week reading, and I'm going to just look into a general. There could be people coming up, places, things. Let's just see what comes up for you in the cards. I also want to say that if you do subscribe to my channel, you will be in the entry for a free 1-hour reading with me, one-on-one. Okay, so thank you. And let's just see. Okay, Aries, what is in store for you? Okay. Okay, you're being a little bit too hard on yourself about something, okay? It seems like it could be something that you've done. Maybe sometimes we do stupid things and we kind of beat ourselves up around it. Now, this could be a love interest as well. Maybe you said the wrong words. You spoke something that you weren't happy with to somebody, because I do have the Page of Swords here in the challenging position. So it seems like there was somebody in your life, Page of Swords. Now this can represent a younger guy or somebody that can be quite immature, and maybe you just kind of lost it. Yeah, Aries have a tendency, when they lose it, they can just go all out. And I love that about Aries, because Aries have just got that kind of fiery nature, being a fire sign. Okay. So don't beat yourself up too much about this. It just seems kind of like everybody has their own path, and we're all going to be making mistakes in our lives. That's just normal. But to beat yourself up on top of the mistake is making it doubly worse. So just be very, very easy on yourself, okay? And also on others as well, because, okay, maybe this other person messed up as well, this Page of Swords, and you lost it. Maybe you had a right to lose it. But, he has his own path too. And, and people can be idiots. So it's kind of try to be not too judgmental on other people as well. I do see some of you going away. Where are you going? Are you planning a trip away or something? Sometimes it's necessary to actually leave to create some space so that you can think about things and reflect. So if you are thinking of maybe going away for a couple of days, or maybe go do something nice for yourself, go do a spiritual retreat or a yoga retreat. I know it's COVID right now. It could just be taking yourself away for a couple of days just to kind of get some balance, okay? There is a creative potential in you that you have to unlock as well. It seems like you're not doing enough creatively, and when you're not doing enough creatively, you somehow tend to get blocked. And when you're keeping in things inside, and when you're not at your highest potential, what happens there is that you are just going to be unsatisfied, and this can come out in outrage and anger and stuff like that, because deep down inside you're not feeling good about yourself, okay? And having somebody do something to you too, that just kind of, it's taking the lid off the pressure cooker, etc. There are new starts and new beginnings. I see by next week, it could be an idea that you have. It feels like you've got the energy to fulfill it. Your creative potential is really, really high. I just feel like you're going for it. And it seems like you're starting something new, okay? It could be a new start in this relationship with this younger person as well, or this immature Page of Swords, okay? It seems like you are willing to give it another shot, okay? It could be that you apologize, or they apologize, or, it seems like there's new energy coming up for you in the relationship as well, okay? However, later on, this is more towards, I'd say it's around March the 19th. I do pick up time frames. But there could be some kind of, it feels like a betrayal, or you're not seeing eye to eye about things, or because he's not seeing eye to eye once again with you, it's kind of like you're feeling like, hang on, I'm putting all this effort into this relationship, and I even got you back, and now you're messing up again. So it's just, I feel like there's a lot of kind of emotions coming up. Not sure where the moon is at that stage. It could be coming up to full moon or something, but it just seems like, yeah, you've got to watch your emotions in another couple of weeks, and I just feel like you're going to feel quite hurt about something, unfortunately. Yeah, you can't help everybody. It feels like you sometimes know the best way to act, but it's like, people have their own path and people have their own way as well. And I feel like sometimes you get, you want to be the helper, you want to do everything for everybody, but you can only do things for yourself. You can't change people, places, or things, unfortunately, or else this world would be a perfect place, wouldn't it? But I see you getting kind of like, you want to help others, and then it's like you get pulled into the problem as well. It's like, I didn't sign up for this. So sometimes the best thing that you can do is be of assistance, but you don't actually have to be kind of physically or kind of mentally or emotionally so involved in that you get pulled down with it. Like, sometimes it's good to see life like you're looking at a TV set, and you're listening to these people's problems, and yes, you feel for them and all that, but if you just mind the edges of the TV set, basically that's a technique that you can use not to get dragged into the problem. It's just like, okay, somebody's there moaning about their day, like, oh my god, this happened to me, and this is terrible, and this is not gonna, you need to help me and all that. And it's just kind of like, okay, I'm not gonna get so involved in this, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'm here for you, you know that I'm here. There's a difference between like, oh my god, you poor thing, how can I help you? Oh, that guy's such an asshole. Oh, I'm going to call him for you. That type of thing. So it's like, beware of people's problems and how they affect your energy level and your life, because you need to focus on a project that's coming up, as I said, and it's kind of going to be new starts, new beginnings, or it could even be the new beginning for the relationship. Seems like this guy, this Page of Swords, I'm imagining it's a guy. If you are gay, it could be a girl with the same characteristics. But the thing is, this person's kind of always holding back, That's what is frustrating about this person, because you know that this person has so much to give. You know that this person can open up and grow and be wonderful with you, but this person's kind of like, yeah, I'm not going to give it all. I don't even want to give it all. And it seems like he's very apathetic and he doesn't even care. And that can be just so frustrating. But deep down inside, I feel like this person has his own issues, and he needs to grow in himself. He's not at that emotional maturity where he can like, yeah, baby, I want you. Let's go for it. Let's do it. He's kind of like, because he hasn't really grown in himself. And this is where you use compassion, and this is where you can use empathy and kind of being considerate of this other person, because people are at different stages of growth. And you, Aries, it seems like you have gone through a lot, you know what you want, you just want to go for it, and this person is like, don't know. And that's extremely frustrating, and that can make you explode. But don't do that to yourself, because when you're exploding, basically what happens is that sends the energy to the other person, and it's not helping anything. So what you need to do is learn to transform that anger and that frustration, and just like, it's okay, that's his trip. He's not me. I've got a lot to give. And if he's not willing to give to me, then maybe I just have to move on. And you might be even making that decision. And actually, the Ace of Wands might even be that you just decide to move on. Okay? You want this guy to pursue you. This is your hopes and your wishes. You want him to come forward and just get me and tell me that you love me and tell me everything's going to be fine and that we're going to be together forever type of thing. Let's see what he does. Well, this is a work in process. And a lot has to do in this relationship about communication. Okay? And when you know how to communicate, it's like you have everything. Like a person that knows how to communicate can sell, kind of slippers to a shoemaker. It's like you really are amazing, and and I really have something beautiful to give you, and why don't you just try them and just put them on, and next thing you know, he's just sold 1,000 pairs or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's the way you talk to people that is the key. This is so important, our communication. If you don't have communication, if you don't know how to open up, And sometimes you have to put yourself in the other person's shoes to communicate. So it's like, okay, if I was talking like I do to him, how would he react to that or respond to that? So sometimes communication is about not just expressing what you want, because that can just be like verbal diarrhea on somebody. It's about you being considerate and putting yourself in the other person's shoes and asking yourself kind of, what does that person need, and what do I need, and how am I going to get my needs across to this person that might see it in this way. Okay, so communication is about communing. You've got to commune. You've got to see where that person's coming from so that you can get that point across. Just to wrap this up, you have the Three of Coins as well. So this can mean about good business deals coming up in the next 3 weeks. Could be new promotions in a job. It's about communication in a job, and it could be communication in your relationship too. But anyway, I'm going to send this off to you, and this is the first video I'm going to be doing all signs readings, and you are the first Aries. You lucky Aries, you always get in first. So I am going to finish this, and if you can subscribe, it would really be amazing, and you will be in the draw to have a 1-hour reading with me personally, and I'd just be so excited to do that. Thank you so much, and God bless you, Aries. Take care. Bye bye.